And now GB News' Mark White has obtained exclusive video that reveals the way in which Sudanese small boat migrants are mocking the UK's generosity in providing them with plush hotel accommodation. The videos posted after the latest record influx of illegal crossings will only fuel the calls for an end to the use of hotels for asylum seekers, which is currently costing the British taxpayer close to £7 million every single day. And here is how the Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch reacted to one of these videos when she saw it earlier on today.
Can I show this video of a newly arrived Sudanese man who arrived in the past few days? He's dancing around a rather smart hotel room.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. That is not what the asylum system is there for. It is not there so that economic migrants from all over the world can come in and live off the British state. Taxpayers in this country, hard-working men and women, are paying for that. That is not right, and Keir Starmer needs to get a grip.
This video is sponsored by Saily. Saily is a brand new eSIM service app. What it does is get you a local SIM card that you can use when you're traveling, so you don't have to pay those crazy roaming fees just to send a text back home. They've got eSIM plans in over 160 countries and 8 regions, so pretty much wherever you're going, they'll be able to make sure you're connected. So how does it work? Well, all you've got to do is hit our link in the description to download the app. It will work on iOS or Android. Buy a plan. You can choose the best time frame for you, and then just install the eSIM on your phone. When you land at your holiday destination, you can activate your plan instantly. Saily eSIMs only ever have to be installed once, so when you go on your next trip, you just buy a plan for a new country, turn that eSIM back on, and just like that, you could be watching the GB News YouTube channel. You can be connected anywhere you go, and you don't have to deal with patchy Wi-Fi in your hotels. So get sorted for your next trip by downloading Saily using the link in the description below, and if you use our code NEWS at checkout, you'll get an exclusive 15% discount on us.
There we go. That's the Leader of Opposition there, Kemi Badenoch, saying it's a disgrace, and many people think it's much worse than that. Let's bring in the man now who brought GB News this corking exclusive. It's Home and Security Editor Mark White. Mark, a simply astonishing suite of videos you're about to post to us, to our viewers, which many people will believe will leave our taxpayers thinking we are simply being taken advantage of. Over to you.
Well, these videos were shot over the past week, in which we had 2 days of record arrivals. First with 656 who arrived on a single day last Saturday, and then again on Tuesday of this week when 705 migrants came across the channel, and among them a growing number of Sudanese migrants. In fact, they now account for one of the most well represented groups on the small boats, in the top 5 of nations represented. And the first video we can show you is a small boat crossing this week, and on board are a number of Sudanese migrants. Take a look at this. So in that video, they're talking about the journey that they've made, having suffered some engine difficulties initially, but making good progress after that. And indeed, that boat did, according to our contact who tracks these migrants for us, from a long way out until, of course, they get to France and then to the UK. They made it, and one of those on board that boat then posted that video that Kemi Badenoch just looked at. Take a look at the full video here. Now, quite aside from the lip syncing and dancing skills of this particular migrant, what's notable about these images are that it appears to be in quite a nice hotel, and that's posted out there on social media. But the important thing to get across here is it's picked up by the people smugglers as part of their marketing campaign. They pump that out on social media networks right around the world to entice more migrants to make the journey to France to then get on these small boats across to the UK. We can show you another video now, again, according to our contact, of a Sudanese migrant taken in recent days in a hotel room in the UK.
انتي كنت تواسي وانتي كنت معايا ديما تو وليت نخاف حتى كيف نبوح بكليمة اسم نخون لي خلى ولاد نضاف تعيش يتيمة واللي مخو حكيله راجل تحكم فيه بيمة اليوم عينيا تهز وتحطه.
Now, in addition to those migrants who've made it over to the UK in recent days, we're told there are thousands more along the coast of northern France waiting to make the journey. And in some respects, their journey is made that bit more easy by the fact that in some areas they get a free bus service to the beach. We're going to show you a clip of video now that shows that free bus service taking migrants in the Dunkirk area down to the beach, and then they're on a small boat. Take a look at this. So from bus to boat, it's all laid on for them to make the journey across to the UK. And another clip we can show you here shows another of these small boats. Again, this is a video that's been posted on social media, having been recorded by one of the migrants, picked up by the criminal people smugglers and pumped out. And you can see the boat here is absolutely packed. Let's take a look.
معناه لو انك بهزي ها عدد خناصي خوي دبري بوي هناصي يشكبوا.
And the other thing that's notable about that particular video are the emojis that show the British and the French flags, but also a ninja warrior, and the ninja warrior is representative of the people smuggling gang. So that tells us that they picked up this video and pumped it out as a marketing ploy. And what we can tell you about today, Martin, right up to date, is that on top of the record daily total having been smashed on Tuesday of this week, with 705 migrants crossing the English Channel, today again another 210 is the provisional figure that GB News can confirm. You see there the images of them arriving at Dover Harbour on one of the Border Force vessels there. 210 migrants to add. Again, that's probably about a hotel full.
Mark White, it's brazen, it's breathtaking, and it's British taxpayers who are picking up the tab. It's an astonishing set of videos, Mark White. It's not often I say I'm totally lost for words. It really is just the most brazen sense of we're being taken advantage of, and this is now an elaborate marketing strategy. We're told in the week we spent £120 million on the war in Sudan, and in return we're getting Sudanese men who look every inch like they're not fleeing a war zone, but that they've won the lottery. Mark White, astonishing reporting, a great exclusive. Thank you very, very much for joining me today on the show. I'm joined now by Chris Hope in the studio. I'm staggered. I'm utterly staggered by seeing things like that. And earlier on today, you sat down with Kemi Badenoch, the Conservative leader. You showed her that video, and she was too.
Yeah, and let's listen again to, or let's reflect on what Kemi Badenoch said. It's a disgrace, she said. That's not what the asylum seeker system is there for. It's not there so that economic migrants from all over the world can come and live on the British state. Taxpayers in this country, hard-working men and women are paying for that. That's not right. Now, we don't know what the background of that individual, whether he is an economic migrant or not, but clearly there's concern here, and she's expressing it. But